Madagascar is a large island nation in the Indian Ocean, off of the east coast of Africa. 22 million people live there. Its capital is Antananarivo. It is the world's fourth largest island. The official languages are Malagasy and French. Geologists think that about 2 million years ago, Madagascar was a part of a big landmass that included what is now the continent of Africa, but it broke off. Madagascar would later break off of the Indian subcontinent. History. People have probably lived in Madagascar for at least 2,000 years. France took over the city of Antananarivo in 1895, and added Madagascar as a colony 2 years later. Madagascar became independent from France, which meant it became its own country, on the 26th of June 1960. On March 17, 2009, President Marc Ravalomanana quit because of pressure from the military. Andry Rajoelina became the next president. Geography. At 592,800 square kilometers, 228,900 square miles, Madagascar is the world's 47th largest country and the fourth largest island. The country lies mostly between latitudes 12 degrees south and 26 degrees south, and longitudes 43 degrees east and 51 degrees east. Neighboring islands include the French territory of Réunion and the country of Mauritius to the east, as well as the state of Comoros and the French territory of Mayotte to the northwest. The nearest mainland state is Mozambique, located to the west. The prehistoric breakup of the supercontinent Gondwana separated the Madagascar-Antarctica-India landmass from the Africa-South America landmass around 135 million years ago. Madagascar later split from India about 88 million years ago, allowing plants and animals on the island to evolve in relative isolation. Along the length of the eastern coast runs a narrow and steep escarpment containing much of the island's remaining tropical lowland forest. To the west of this ridge lies a plateau in the center of the island ranging in altitude from 750 to 1,500 meters, 2,460 to 4,920 feet, above sea level. These Central Highlands, traditionally the homeland of the Merina people and the location of their historic capital at Antananarivo, are the most densely populated part of the island and are characterized by terraced, rice-growing valleys lying between grassy hills and patches of the subhumid forests that formerly covered the highland region. To the west of the highlands, the increasingly arid terrain gradually slopes down to the Mozambique Channel and mangrove swamps along the coast. Madagascar's highest peaks rise from three prominent highland massifs: Marimokotro 2,876 meters, 9,436 feet. In the Zartanana Massif is the island's highest point, followed by Bobby Peak 2,658 meters, 8,720 feet, in the Andringitra Massif, and Siafahavona 2,643 meters, 8,671 feet, in the Ankaratra Massif. To the east, the Canal des Pangolins is a chain of man-made and natural lakes connected by canals built by the French just inland from the east coast and running parallel to it for some 600 kilometers, 370 miles. The western and southern sides, which lie in the rain shadow of the Central Highlands, are home to dry deciduous forests, spiny forests, and deserts and xeric shrublands. Due to their lower population densities, Madagascar's dry deciduous forests have been better preserved than the eastern rainforests or the original woodlands of the Central Plateau. The western coast features many protected harbors, but silting is a major problem caused by sediment from the high levels of inland erosion carried by rivers crossing the broad western plains. Climate. The combination of southeastern trade winds and northwestern monsoons produces a hot rainy season, November to April, with frequently destructive cyclones, and a relatively cooler dry season, May to October. Rain clouds originating over the Indian Ocean discharge much of their moisture over the island's eastern coast. The heavy precipitation supports the area's rainforest ecosystem. The Central Highlands are both drier and cooler while the west is drier still, and a semi-arid climate prevails in the southwest and southern interior of the island. Tropical cyclones annually cause damage to infrastructure and local economies as well as loss of life. In 2004, Cyclone Gafilo became the strongest cyclone ever recorded to hit Madagascar. The storm killed 172 people, left 214,260 homeless and caused more than $250 million in damage. Ecology. As a result of the island's long isolation from neighboring continents, Madagascar is home to an abundance of plants and animals found nowhere else on Earth. Approximately 90% of all plant and animal species found in Madagascar are endemic, including the lemurs, a type of strepsirrhine primate, the carnivorous fossa and many birds. This distinctive ecology has led some ecologists to refer to Madagascar as the eighth continent, and the island has been classified by Conservation International as a biodiversity hotspot. More than 80% of Madagascar's 14,883 plant species are found nowhere else in the world, including 5 plant families. The family Didieraceae, composed of 4 genera and 11 species, is limited to the spiny forests of southwestern Madagascar. 4/5 of the world's Pachypodium species are endemic to the island. 3/4 of Madagascar's 860 orchid species are found here alone, as are 6 of the world's 9 baobab species. The island is home to around 170 palm species, 3 times as many as on all of mainland Africa. 165 of them are endemic. Many native plant species are used as herbal remedies for a variety of afflictions. The drugs vinblastine and vincristine are vinca alkaloids, used to treat Hodgkin's disease, leukemia, and other cancers, were derived from the Madagascar periwinkle. The traveler's palm, known locally as Ravenala and endemic to the eastern rainforests, is highly iconic of Madagascar and is featured in the national emblem as well as the Air Madagascar logo. Like its flora, Madagascar's fauna is diverse and exhibits a high rate of endemism. Lemurs have been characterized as Madagascar's flagship mammal species by Conservation International. In the absence of monkeys and other competitors, these primates have adapted to a wide range of habitats and diversified into numerous species. As of 2012, update, there were officially 103 species and subspecies of lemur, 39 of which were described by zoologists between 2000 and 2008. They are almost all classified as rare, vulnerable, or endangered. At least 17 species of lemur have become extinct since humans arrived on Madagascar, all of which were larger than the surviving lemur species. A number of other mammals, including the cat-like fossa, are endemic to Madagascar. Over 300 species of birds have been recorded on the island, of which over 60%, including 4 families and 42 genera, are endemic. The few families and genera of reptile that have reached Madagascar have diversified into more than 260 species, with over 90% of these being endemic, including 1 endemic family. The island is home to 2/3 of the world's chameleon species, including the smallest known, and researchers have proposed that Madagascar may be the origin of all chameleons. Endemic fish of Madagascar include 2 families, 15 genera and over 100 species, primarily inhabiting the island's freshwater lakes and rivers. Although invertebrates remain poorly studied on Madagascar, researchers have found high rates of endemism among the known species. All 651 species of terrestrial snail are endemic, as are a majority of the island's butterflies, scarab beetles, lacewings, spiders and dragonflies. Economy. Agriculture is a big part of the economy in Madagascar, including the growing of coffee and vanilla. Madagascar sells more vanilla than any other country in the world. Madagascar also makes money from tourism. Provinces. In 2004 Madagascar was divided into 22 regions. It used to be divided into 6 provinces. You can subscribe to support our channel and turn on the notification bell to be notified of new videos.